Welcome to the Elevated Marketing podcast show that is designed for business owners and marketers who are tired of overhyped advice. We talk through what we're testing, we challenge assumptions, and we share what's really happening in the world of marketing, which is messy, creative, and always evolving. Welcome to the show. Hello, and welcome back to another Elevated Marketing podcast. My name is Jennifer Denny, and today we're going to talk about whether or not you're hiring a strategic marketing agency or are you just hiring someone to give you deliverables. Not necessarily anything wrong with one or the other. You might be the actual strategic thinker, and so you need that person to deliver on what you have. But for what I feel like is a good portion of small businesses, you're not sure what to do. A lot of times when you buy marketing, you come in and you're thinking, you've heard this tactic like, I need to produce a blog post, and you always hear about the tactic. I need to do social media. All right. I'm going to start over. All right. Welcome back to another Elevated Marketing podcast. I almost got that one wrong. Jennifer Denny here. I am the founder of Elevated Marketing Solutions. So you can find us at elevatedmarketing.solutions. And today we're going to talk about hiring a marketing agency that is strategic. So there is nothing wrong necessarily. If you need to get marketing help and you need somebody just to produce, like perhaps you are the strategic thinker and you just need someone to produce XYZ. But also maybe perhaps you think you're the strategic partner because you've heard the latest article or you read the latest tactic in marketing and you're like, yes, I need that because you heard that one lane of marketing. But what you really need is a strategic marketing agency. And when you go to make decisions on who to hire, you'll often ask questions about actual deliverables, like what you will get. You will ask for how many social media posts am I going to get? How many blog posts am I going to get? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that thinking because that's how you've been taught to purchase marketing or purchase from a marketing agency. And it's really a fail safe in your mind of you don't want to get burned because you've seen it before. You want to make sure that you're actually getting value out of your marketing agency. So what I'm proposing is certainly a lot harder to hire a strategic marketing agency, but I can almost, I hate to use the word guarantee in marketing, but you're going to see better results if you can determine whether or not a marketing agency is strategic. So let's kind of talk through some ways that maybe you would know. A marketing agency that tells you deliverables are going to tell you what they would produce, but they're not going to tell you what you should choose and choose correctly. So they should be asking about like which audience to prioritize, like which offer is viable right now, which channel matches the sales motion that you want to go into. Um, they need to ask those strategic questions. They are very curious. You are looking for someone who is asking a lot of questions of you. If you're hearing pitching, then they're trying to sell you a template that they already have. And you can't buy marketing like you would off a McDonald's menu. You can't just say, well, we need this, this, and that. Most people know that they need social media, that they need content, they need a website. They know the what. They don't know what order. They don't know that looking at what do you have that, oh, that's the problem. They even know like how to, you know, flip off numbers, but they can't tell you like why this is up, why this is down, and what you should do about it. You know, they're very future oriented. So new tactics in marketing come out like all the time. And they're thinking through in history and into the marketing like basics. Does this make sense? Is this something that will go the long haul, or is this just a new tactic that's repackaged, which is very common in marketing? We like to come up with multiple terms that mean the same thing. And if we just boil that down, then we'll be better strategic thinkers. Future oriented also means that they're not just thinking of what are we going to do next week. They're thinking about next quarter. They're thinking about next year. They're looking ahead and maybe tying it back to those tactics that we just talked about. Like right now, AEO or answer engine optimization is all the rage, but they're not just looking at the particular tactic that just came out. They're tying it back to basic marketing and being like, okay, really, we're just trying to answer the questions that people have. Great. Maybe we need to put it in this format versus that format. That's tactics. Strategy is that people have questions and we need to answer those questions. Strategic marketers are great at pattern recognition. So they don't just see a number that is down for the month. They're looking at, you know, do we have 3 months in a row where we're heading in that direction? That's a pattern. They don't panic when they see a number up or down. And in fact, if they're not telling you about that there's a number up or down, then they might be hiding behind it. Nobody gets everything right 100% of the time. That's all about their mental agility to not panic, and not try to rewrite history. You use the scientific method where you have a hypothesis, you control the test, you learn fast, and you know you make your calm course corrections. You don't overthink things too quickly. They're strategic thinkers are very comfortable with ambiguity. They are okay with well, this is not clear, but I put in my blog post, I love this line: strategic partners don't wait for certainty, they structure that uncertainty. So here's what we know. We know this, but we don't know this. Why don't we know this? What could we do to know this? Well, based on that we don't know this, let's go here. They're playing that chess game of what to choose, and that comes back to the marketing decisions of what you're going to do. It's not just about let's produce more blog posts. In fact, that could be hiding behind activity. They own the outcome. So perhaps they've been doing 4 blog posts or 5 blog posts or whatever it is, but they're not seeing the numbers and those results. If they hide behind it and don't come out and say, well, here's what we assumed, here's what the data told us instead, and here's how we pivoted, then you're not working with someone who is strategic. So they have very disciplined thinking. You know, they look at structured positioning. They connect content to pipeline. They prioritize tests. Another one is customer centric. So, do they understand the buyer? A lot of times in marketing, we get marketing bias where we think we as the business owner, we as the marketing head, or we as the marketing agency, we're the buyer and we're not the buyer. We have to think through the person who's going to buy our product or service. What are the problems that they have that they're trying to solve by buying your product or service? Um, a strategic marketing agency will, think through that and look for those trust signals that's going to say that you are the right marketing agency. So I have definitely written a blog post on this. I have definitely gone through just to see, questions that you should ask, how to kind of poke through and see if you're working with someone who is strategic or if you're just trying to rent production. And for, again, like we started, maybe that is what you need. Not everybody needs the strategic thinker because they are that strategic thinker. But for most people, it's not about the what, it's about the why in marketing. So I hope you enjoyed today's show. Again, my name is Jennifer Denny. You can look me up on LinkedIn at Denney. And if you're listening to the podcast, we'd certainly enjoy if we deserve it. I know it takes a couple extra steps, but it certainly helps so that other people who might enjoy this show actually do hear it, is to give us a review. And like always, we do like your comments as well. That just, we got to play to the algorithms, and that's what they're looking for. So hopefully we're out there doing a good job for you and giving you the answers to the questions that you might have. So, all right, that's it for today. Take care.